Well, this is not a problem between Christianity and Islam, even though it's increasingly being made into one. And partly because both countries now, some of the most engaged and hardline political groups tend to be the religious. As the evangelical and fundamentalists in the US and the fundamentalists and hardliners in the Muslim world. But in reality, this was not a problem that arose out of theological disagreements between Christians and Muslims. It is not like the disputes that the Vatican now has with the Orthodox Church that requires the Pope to go to Istanbul and have a one-on-one discussion with the Patriarch and resolve it. The problems, even though they're put in the language of Islam and the West, really come from policy disagreements. The core of this is that the United States, however way it perceives its interests in the Middle East, has gone about protecting and promoting in a particular way that has run into trouble on the ground and has run into resistance. And ultimately, it's about policy options. It's not something that the US says here or there. It's about what the US will do here or there. It's whether the US will continue. I think the most significant issue is whether the US will continue to look at military options as the primary vehicle for protecting and promoting its interests in the Middle East and the Muslim world or not. Whether it continues to define the war on terror in a language of a war that then presupposes all kinds of civilizational, cultural conflict, as opposed to much more of a law and order issue. I mean, these are debates we can have domestically too about handling crime. And I think, it is not that our interests are going to go away. It is not that our interests are always going to be respected and received in the Muslim world with a welcome. They will not. But the contentions come because of the particular policies that we have adopted in terms of pursuing them. I mean, if we looked at the Muslim world right now, the United States in the past 5 years has invaded 2 Muslim countries. It is poised to invade a third one, Iran. Its level of military funding and direct involvement in other countries, Afghanistan, Pakistan, Lebanon, is on the rise. And that is right now the most contentious issue.